Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 5 months away from its official release date by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are really excited about is how there's going to be a lot of twists and turns and revelations in this movie that's going to change how we view both The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, as well as adding on to the existing Star Wars lore that falls under Disney and Lucasfilm that's really going to change how we view not just the past two movies, but the entire Skywalker saga and the franchise itself. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of one of the scenes based in the first act of the film, where it's described that Kylo Ren is sitting on his throne room, inside of his throne room, where it's described that he begins to hear the Force Ghost voice of Luke Skywalker, that causes Kylo to jolt out of his throne and look around the room. It's explained that Kylo eventually begins to hear more voices of Luke's Force Ghost that leads him to his chambers for some reason, where it said that Kylo tries to ignore the voices that he is hearing. The next describes Kylo activating a large hologram of Darth Vader, where he is said to listen to Vader's message about the beyond that was recorded years before Vader's death. The hologram of Vader is said to be around the size of Maul's from Solo: A Star Wars Story, where as Kylo focuses on the hologram message of Vader, is interrupted once again by hearing voices of Luke Skywalker quietly saying "Ben" in the distance, that causes Kylo to turn around, where he quickly sees a figure of Luke entering one of the rooms inside of his throne room, where Kylo speed walks toward it only to find it empty. The last describes a sequence in which Kylo is now holding Vader's helmet, where it's said that Kylo begins to hear the iconic breathing of Vader's mask during one of his meditation sessions. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Mark Hamill has expressed how he wants to return in, of course, Star Wars Episode 9. You know, he actually said a couple of months ago that he would love the idea of a Force Ghost actually haunting Kylo Ren, and it seems like J.J. Abrams pretty much fulfilled, Mark Hamill's wish there as a way of storytelling in Episode 9. Here, it's pretty obvious that the Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker is literally tormenting Kylo Ren, reminding him of his failure to, of course, pretty much stay with the light side of the Force and with his family, etc., what he did to his own father, you name it. We do know that Luke's Force Ghost is going to be very prominent and very important in the first act of Episode 9, to really set things up to see exactly where Kylo Ren stands as the supreme leader of the First Order. But not just that, let's get over to the Darth Vader hologram, which I personally find to be very intriguing. Now, this hologram is said to be around the size of Darth Maul's hologram, as seen in Solo: A Star Wars Story, where Kylo Ren is focusing on this hologram where Vader is speaking about the beyond and new secrets about the origins of the dark side. And as Kylo is focusing on this hologram, just behind Kylo Ren, he begins to hear the voices once again of Luke Skywalker saying "Ben," reaching out to Ben Solo, trying to lure him to a different side of the throne room to distract him from these dark side influences. We do know that Kylo Ren is going to be a whole lot more evil than Darth Vader ever was in the original trilogy. That's one of the big plans by J.J. Abrams for Episode 9, is to really make him a more evil character than we have already seen in, of course, the Skywalker saga, which I think is going to be a very hard task to really pull off. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that's actually going to be used and utilized in Episode 9. But anyways, moving forward, the thing that really gets me is where it's described that Kylo Ren eventually is holding the melted helmet of Darth Vader, and as he holds it, it's described that he hears the Darth Vader breathing as he is in a meditation session, training through the ways of the dark side itself. Now, this whole entire scene between both Luke's Force Ghost and the Darth Vader hologram, everything sounds very interesting when it comes to, of course, Kylo Ren's throne room. A lot of things are happening in this specific moment within the first act of Episode 9. that really makes you wonder exactly where does Luke Skywalker stand as a Force ghost in Episode 9. We do know that he is going to be the one, the one that is able to perform the ability to Kylo Ren. In case you guys did not hear this, he's able to perform the ability of creating a vision of Han Solo in Kylo Ren's own mind. And that's all set to happen in the second act of this movie, and that's where Harrison Ford comes to play in The Rise of Skywalker, in the form of a vision to a certain extent. So we do know that Mark Hamill worked a lot during the month of January as well as February, and let's not forget September, which is where he did a lot of the flashback sequences for, the Luke Skywalker's training temple and Ahch-To and stuff around those lines. So let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, what you think about this whole entire throne room scene in the first act of Episode 9 between Vader, Luke, and Kylo. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.